Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna have a reveal for you. On the last video, I gave you that little tiny bit of a teaser and you couldn't really tell what, I mean, some of you guys might have been able to tell what was in the picture, but it was really hard, or in the video, excuse me. Today we're gonna show you exactly what it is and maybe some of our future plans for what we're gonna do with this car on this channel. So here we go. It's red, it's old, it's from the 60s, and it says SS on the fender, SS Camaro, which is to be determined, really. This is a 1968 Camaro, and 1967 and 68 Camaros look very similar. I'm going to tell you a little bit of the differences. 1968 has one window here, 1967 has a wing window here. If you guys, some of you guys that follow Roadkill know from the yellow Crusher Camaro that Freiberger has, it's got a wing window here. Vent window, some of you like to say. 68 has square Barker lights on the front fender as well as on the back of the car. Back here. And the other big difference that I am aware of so far is the taillights are a little bit different, but that depends on whether you have an RS package or an SS. I'm still learning some of the differences. Now, where we might actually need some of your help with this car is this a real SS or not? Does it even really matter? You can't just run the VIN number on this. There's no indicator on the VIN from my research that tells you this is an SS. Not even necessarily on the build tag on the firewall, which we'll show you here in just a minute. But anyway, soak in its illustrious beauty here. It's a pretty straight car. A little bit of a dent here. There is a little tiny bit of rust starting. Not terrible. I wouldn't even really consider this a rusty car. Here's the interior. So this is a bucket seat console car with the horseshoe shifter. Some people call it a stirrup shifter. I think more commonly that's considered a horseshoe. Again, maybe an indicator that it could be a real SS. I don't know. I'm sure you could order these cars pretty much any way you wanted them back in the day. Let me go over some of the other things I found that lead me to believe that maybe this actually is an SS car. It is a small block though, which they did make an SS 350. The biggest thing that I found is underneath the back here. This car actually does have a 12-bolt rear end, which is another indicator to me that maybe this is an SS. Again, let me know in the comments, did they put 12 bolts in a 327 car? I kind of think they didn't, unless maybe that was something you could order. But that is a 12 bolt. I kind of find it hard to believe that anybody would have changed that. And so another thing is, let's come up to the front here. This car has a 350 in it, but upon further inspection, let me see if I can get the camera down here for you. So most of you small block Chevy guys know right there behind the alternator there's a machined flat surface with some numbers stamped in it. There's two sets of numbers. One number is kind of the identification for what the engine configuration is. The other set has the partial VIN from the car stamped on it. And I can tell you that this is not the original engine from this car. This is a 350 Chevy, and the suffix codes indicate that this engine is a 1971 two-barrel, kind of lower horsepower 350 engine that somebody put in this car. So that doesn't give us really any indication as to whether this car is an SS or not. There is the cowl tag here, and on the cowl tag we have paint code JJ, which is for 1968. That's Rally Green, which is this green right here. It's kind of a medium color green. That's the original paint on the car. This car's had 3 different colors. It was originally green, and then it had this kind of metallic blue on top of the green, and then it was painted red after that. And then also on the trim tag here, we have trim code 722, which I looked up is gold interior. So how about that? I mean, this thing was green with gold interior. How's that for some 1960s color combos? It actually was kind of a popular color back in the day. Now, you know, we kind of like black interior and things of that nature, but I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think? Ugly? Cool? Go back with gold interior, or just keep it black? I don't know. Here's another thing that I just noticed too. This up here on the front of the fender, can you see this white? Do you suppose that maybe this car was green with a white SS stripe on the front? What do you think? I don't know. Maybe. We're just kind of trying to look for clues at this point. And this video is basically just a reveal for you, to show you what we're going to be working with. It's going to be kind of short today. The next video, we're going to work on pulling the interior out and see if we can't actually locate a build sheet. I know it's kind of a crapshoot. There's people that say it's behind the back seat, in the springs underneath the back seat. Some people say it's on top of the gas tank. Some cars, it's behind the glove box, in the dash, or some cars just simply didn't have it. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can try to find that on the next video, and maybe we'll do a will it run. This car hasn't run in a lot of years. It looks to be complete. It's got all the belts, the important hoses. It's got all the ignition system. Somebody did put an HEI distributor in here, so it's got an electronic ignition there. But let's see if we can make this thing breathe some fire. And anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and go from there. But please comment, let us know, is there something we're missing here? Some places we should be looking? Do you think this is a real SS? It'd be kind of cool if it was. And you know, what are your thoughts on Rally Green? Do we just leave it red? Do we keep this thing kind of in this condition and have fun with it this summer? I'll tell you what my opinion is. My opinion is to do just that. Get it running, buy a new grill and bumper, and just have fun with it kind of the way it is for a little while. Clean it all up really good, because the budget doesn't really have, you know, $30,000-$40,000 into it to go into a full restoration at this point. It's going to be kind of a slow process over several years, I'm sure. And I want to have fun with it right now. I don't want to wait years to actually drive this car. So anyhow, bye for now. And we will catch you next time as we're pulling the interior out. Peace.